Hello there you guys, welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be updating you on some more latest news in the current press and some more transfer news. Now this is regarding Alexis Sanchez now from Arsenal Football Club, because we know that he's coming to an end of his current deal with Arsenal Football Club, and it looks like in the process that Arsenal are nowhere near securing him a new deal with the club. But Arsene Wenger did admit, regarding Ozil and Sanchez and Wilshere, and that, and he did admit, regarding Ozil and Sanchez that there will not be a sold in the January window. Maybe Ozil, could see out his contract and leave on a free in the summer, but potentially I think one of them at least will leave in the January window. And Alexis Sanchez, who has made over a century appearances for Arsenal, he's made about in the Premier League 115 appearances. He scores 40 about 4 what is it? About 50 odd goals in about 115 appearances, and he has scored most with his right foot. He scored 45 goals with his right foot. I think he scored about 45 with his left foot, as well as Alexis Sanchez. His versatility is very, very good. He can play in that advanced number 7. He can play in numerous different positions. The work rate that he puts in his game, and establishes himself well in the Arsenal team. But we know Arsenal have been eyeing up replacements for Alexis Sanchez as well, and also reportedly he was demanding a higher wage increase as well from Arsenal during August. We know a lot of teams have been interested. We know Paris Saint-Germain had been approaching the player. I still think Manchester City are as the front runners, to go on and get Sanchez, in January. There's been, it said Man United had a slight interest in Alexis Sanchez as well. It mentioned Real Madrid have also showed an interest. There's been a catalogue of teams, that have been interested in Sanchez. He did demand, that he wanted Champions League football. This is his first time in 2 decades, that Arsenal have not got Champions League football. So basically, Arsenal haven't been identifying replacements, and it as confirmed in the press, as well, that City are set to return for Sanchez in the January window. And Sanchez, in January, could be available for around 20-30 million pound. But Wenger did say, basically back the other week that he will not be sold in the window, even though Sanchez said he wanted Champions League football as well, because we know City, are basically, want to elevate to that higher level. They're looking to go for the league, because they haven't won it since 2014, or is it 2015, they've won it twice, they're obviously aiming to go for the Champions League as well at Manchester City, so they're looking to basically, add Sanchez into the ranks of, the class they've got in their team already. They've got Sterling, who's class, he's got 9 goals this season. City, this is his 3rd season of process now with City. They've got Aguero in there, fantastic striker with 9 goals this season as well. They've got Gabriel Jesus there as well, very, very good. And they're looking to add Sanchez, into the ranks as well. And City, a rich club, they spent a lot of money back in August, on fullbacks alone, they spent a lot of money. But City have got quite a few injuries, they've got Benjamin Mendy, who's out for the majority of the season, they've got John Stones out, as well as Manchester City, but they're still looking to add more depth and character into their squad, as well are Manchester City, in the current process. But I think Sanchez, is keen on reuniting, with Pep Guardiola. After they were fantastic together at Barcelona, because Sanchez is a world-class player. He's also, got experience of being in Spain as well with Barcelona, because Arsenal paid £35 million for him in Barcelona. He was fantastic in his last season with Barcelona. Scored 21 goals with Barcelona as well. Also experience, of being in Italy, with Udinese as well. Alexis Sanchez did well with the play, did well with Cola as well. The player made his international debut in 2006, has earned so many caps. And Arsenal, with Arsenal, he's won 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons, as Alexis Sanchez as well. But I think he does want to elevate to that higher level, as he did admit back in the August window as well, and Arsenal, did lose quite a few players, back in August as well. They did get Lacazette, £52 million a club record fee. And, they got Klasnic on a free transfer as well. But obviously, Arsenal's transfer policy, especially in the last couple of years, has been poor, to be quite honest with you. But City are looking to lure Sanchez away for around 20-30 million in January. City could be still prepared to wait until the summer, where it becomes a free transfer. But I think City are keen on going for Sanchez in January as well. It also confirmed that PSG have been interested. It did say PSG had approached Sanchez's representatives over a potential move as well for the Chilean. But there's been quite a few teams interested, there's been quite a few teams interested, in Alexis Sanchez, but as we all know, basically, as we're all aware of, that Arsenal are basically trying to identify replacements for the likes of Ozil and Alexis Sanchez, and the potential, Arsenal's main priority target, was Thomas Lemar, back in the August window, but due to the amount of money that Monaco received with the departure of their players, Monaco were reluctant and were resisted, to offload Lemar. Lemar's very, very good, Also, Liverpool had been interested. Arsenal had 2 bids rejected. Liverpool had 2 bids rejected for Lemar. He made his international debut in 2016. He's also an ex-champ player, where he'd played 32 times. Monaco had paid just over £3 million for him, I think, in 2015. So this is his 3rd season now with Monaco. He's Thomas Lemar's as well. And as I said, the president did confirm that Lemar is likely to leave Monaco in this summer. I think he's still under contract, for another couple of years at least with Monaco, can play on each flank, can play through the centre as well. His dribbling's good, his passing ability is very, very good as well. He's Lemar's, and it was Arsenal's main priority target, to replace Sanchez, with Lemar at Arsenal Football Club as well. And Lemar did want to make the move, but Monaco were not willing to offload the player. It did confirm the other week in the press, actually, that Arsenal are willing to show their interest in January. It did say they're not willing to pay up to 90 odd million pounds, they're offered right on deadline day at the end of August. But yeah, Arsenal could still revive the interest in Thomas Lemar as well. But very, very good player, skillful, very, very good with Monaco. I know was one of their central players last year. Helped the club win the Liga 1 for the first time in 2 decades, and and Arsenal have got quite a few replacements up for Sanchez, Mesut Ozil and that, and it also confirmed that Liverpool had been interested in Thomas Lemar as well, so they could actually Liverpool could still revive the interest, if Coutinho is to go, and they could identify Lemar as a suitable replacement for Philip Coutinho if he's actually to leave Liverpool Football Club as well. And then you've got another potential Arsenal target has been Julian Draxler as well. Julian Draxler, Liverpool reportedly, have been in contact with Paris Saint-Germain, regarding Julian Draxler as well. Reportedly, Arsenal, it's Arsenal's on-term target because he's another young age prospect as well as Julian Draxler, because Julian Draxler is surplus to requirements of Paris Saint-Germain. He's not going to be guaranteed first team football week in, week out. He's Julian Draxler, considering the amount of money that PSG had spent. They've got the Mbappe, they're structuring the deal for Mbappe. They've got Neymar as well of Paris Saint-Germain, as we all know. So he may not be guaranteed first team football week in, week out, but very, very good with both feet. Very, very good in the air as well as Julian Draxler. As we all currently know. So Arsenal have been interested in him. It did say PSG are actually willing to offload Draxler, and basically, PSG basically have to sell, before they can buy as well, as we are all aware of Paris Saint-Germain. But Draxler, was voted the best player in the Confederations Cup for Germany. He's still young, very, very good. In the Confederations Cup as well, which Draxler, also was part of the squad, with Germany, who won the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Very, very good in the Euro 2016 as well, fantastic during his days with Schalke, he made 171 appearances, scored 30 goals as well, did Julian Draxler, recently ranked Schalke very, very well, then went to Wolfsburg, won on his and with Schalke, and then PSG paid £42 million for him from Wolfsburg in January, so he has only been at PSG since January as Julian Draxler as well, but he's potentially been another Arsenal target as well to replace Sanchez. Also, potentially another Arsenal target has been Nabil Fekir from Lyon. Reportedly, it did say in the press as well, some Arsenal fans, feel as though he'd be a good replacement, for Alexis Sanchez. Nabil Fekir, the current Lyon player, because obviously him and Lacazette, would be a fantastic partnership, if actually Nabil Fekir was to actually, go to Arsenal, because obviously, them two are looking to reunite, because obviously Nabil Fekir used to play with Lacazette, when Lacazette was at Lyon, they used to play alongside each other, and they could do that, if Nabil Fekir was to make the move to Arsenal. It reportedly said in the press the other day that reportedly Arsenal were closing in on a club record fee for the player, which was £60 million. So he did say they were closing on a £60 million deal for Nabil Fekir. He's a Lyon player. He got promoted into the senior team for Lyon in 2013. He's also risen up the youth teams very, very well. He's also been on the Lyon reserve team as well, and he made his international debut in March 2015 as well, did the player. And he become more of a regular in his second season with Lyon as well, you know. But during 2015-16, he'd been injured for the majority of the season, Nabil Fekir, and he can play as attacking mid as well. He can play as a front line, so his versatility is very, very good indeed as well. So Arsenal potentially eyed him as a replacement for Alexis Sanchez as well in the current process. And yeah, so basically that's really about it. But I've updated you on the majority. So Arsenal have got 3 potential targets to replace Sanchez. Lemar, Draxler and Nabil Fekir have been mentioned in the press. They're on Arsenal's radar as well. So yeah, we will basically see what happens about that. So yeah, so anyway guys, that's basically everything to update today. Drop your comments, likes on the channel. If you do consider subscribe, as always, take it easy guys. God bless guys, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Take care. Bye.